So this is conference day 003. We want to commend those that have been part of us since day one, and those that have been following, and those that have actually, grabbed one or two things and are already implementing the things that they learned. But this is somebody who has done amazing figures from the Earnperlead model, right? His result was loud, so loud that people could not believe it when he came on. His name is Mr. Sheon Akoyon, and he's based in Rwanda right now. He's doing very well, and we all celebrate him for his feat. So without wasting time, we're going to bring on Mr. Sheon Akoyon, also part of the initial media. So he's going to share with us his Empali journey and the secrets that made him the millions that he made from the business model. I'm sure he's going to mention some figures. So thank you so much, Mr. Sheon Akoyon. Thanks for coming, sir.
Thank you so much, boss. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so
sir.
much.
Over to you, sir, so that
I'm
we can save
privileged.
your time.
All right, sure. Thank you so much. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Just on behalf of our coach, our Validon, I'm welcoming you all again to this Earnperlead Conference. So I'll just jump right into it. I found Earnperlead via through Validon's WhatsApp status. So I've known him for a while. Uh, Interestingly, we've never met before physically, but we we've built like a cordial relationship. We've done other businesses together before in time past. So almost everything I see on his status, if it's something that is that I'm interested in, I'll jump right into it. So I just reached out to him, and that's how I found Earnperlead on his status, and I jumped in it. And I learned majorly from the course because by the time I joined, um, funny enough, I've been seeing him post quite a number of times, but that very day I just decided to jump into it, and I bought the course. So I took my time to go through the course. I cannot count how many times I watched the course before I started implementing, but I really took my time. So it was him majorly I learned from. I've joined quite a number of the cut the soap sessions, and to be honest, I learned a lot from all the speakers that I've earned, all the students that I've earned a lot. I learned quite a number of things, their strategies, but the major person I learned from, I would say, is Valudon himself. Yeah. So before starting, I would not, I didn't think it was a scam, because I know Valudon is a trustworthy person. We've done, like I mentioned, I've done some other businesses with him before, and he's a very honest person. So I didn't think it was a scam. I was just thinking maybe the only thought I had was maybe this platform themselves. I was not sure if they could sustain paying, all the people that will be making money, because it looked very easy to earn just from bringing leads to businesses on the platform. Apparently, that was my thought, but it turned out that it was not a scam. So, my first dollars. So for me, when I joined, I at that point I was quite busy, and after looking at all the promotion methods, I decided that because of my busy schedule as at then, and also because I wanted fast results, I decided to go for promotion. That's adverts, paid adverts. So that was what I did. I tested Facebook and Instagram. Didn't really get results. What worked majorly for me was Google Ads. And one day I just woke up on my dashboard and I saw $2. I was really happy, man. $2, and it just kept on growing um, from there. So the total I made from the platform was $2,000, $2,800 plus. That's the total I made uh, from the platform, and it came really at the right time. I was in Nigeria at the time, when I was paid. I was in Nigeria at the time when I was paid, so it really came on point. I even reached out to Valid on himself. I was like, this money don't drop. Oh. That was around, I think, September, October last year. So I was in Nigeria from August to October last year for something. So yeah, and yeah. So another thing I did, even though it didn't work out well. So let me just mention it now. Is that the second brand? So the major brand I was promoting there was Carvana, even though they've stopped their promotion on the platform now. So there was another brand. I've forgotten their name now, and so what I did was, because they were getting US, they were they were they were looking for US leads. So I reached out to people I know in the US. About five of them there. About they're busy people too. They are working in the US. They are Nigerians, and I told them about this, and I told them the sharing formula, so they could help me reach out to people there and help me out. In fact, I created a group, and man, the first night I woke up, I saw $800. I was like, wow. To cut the long story short, the money was growing till it was about 8,000 US dollars. I did not know that they were just falsifying stuffs for me. They were not real leads. So one day I just woke up. So I just woke up and I found out that you know, the particular brand has, ended my relationship with them and, so on and so forth. So that's why also Valudon has always mentioned it's not that on the platform, try to be as honest as possible and not falsify leads. So that was the issue. Even though those guys denied that they didn't do that, but obviously that would have been the only reason why they would. I was already planning how I was going to spend the money. you know, I even took screenshots of it. I was taking screenshots, but I just did not share because it looked too good to be true. Yeah, but for the other brand, yeah, I made close to 3,000, 2,864 US dollars to be specific was what I made. Um, okay, for me, so I've one of my struggles is time. One of my struggles is time, and also so like I said that I learned from quite a number of people too. I also opened the Pinterest accounts, tried all those stuffs, and I'm still doing it gradually. I would not really say I've had any real struggle, other than the main is to look for brands. Like I remember after the first session, the first time I was invited to talk about my results, I mentioned, so after then, a lot of people were reaching out to me. Oh, they've applied to 10 brands. Brands did not accept them, and then I took screenshots of my email to show them that I applied to over 400 brands. To be to be very very modest, I'm sure there are more than that, but to be very very modest, over 400 brands I applied to, and uh, I received many rejections, and some also accepted me. Another thing I do is I automatically join all the brands that I don't need to apply to, so that when other brands I'm applying to see that, okay, this guy's promoting some other people, they can also consider that, and I think that also worked for me. Um, yes, so Earnperlead, I think it is a very fresh and untapped space in Africa. Anyone that takes it serious can 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 get something out of it. It's really really untapped because it is genuine. Like I'm sure I'm not the only one. Many people have earned from the platform. So many people have earned. So I think it's a very, for the lack of proper words to use, I think it's a very virgin space. And those that are joining now are very lucky to know about this. So yeah. So how did I get approved by brands? I followed all the guidelines on the course. Like for me, the course was my major teacher. Followed the guidelines in the course. I attended the cut the soap sessions. I listened to various speakers, how they had gotten results, how some people were had to use YouTube, Pinterest, and the likes. getting a blog, So I followed all those stuffs, and yeah, I would say that reasonably brands approved me, but different brands have different reasons. There are some brands that automatically they just reject me, like based on my account, automatic rejection. But that didn't stop me. I kept presently now I can see maybe up to 30 brands have accepted me, even though some of them they are difficult to get results for, while some they are somewhat easy. For rejection, I cannot uh for rejection, I just see it as a normal thing. To be honest, that's how I handle rejection. I don't take it personal. I just see it as a normal thing. And I see that uh I probably have not built my profile very well. And if you have built your profile very well, brands can just reject you for no reason. They won't even give you any reason. So just keep applying. Brands are joining the platform every day. So there's no reason to be crying over or to be worried over any rejection. I think it is when you quit because of the rejection that then it's an issue. Yeah, so I tested, like I said, paid adverts. I tested, that's the traffic sources I used. I used paid adverts. I used Facebook. I used Instagram. I used direct people I know, like I mentioned. Um, I also used LinkedIn. I also used Pinterest. Yeah, so those are the traffic sources that I tested. For me, um, if not that my 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 that's the brand ended my relationship and all those stuffs, I would have said the one that worked most for me was my network. That's people I know. Because man, I said I saw $8,000 plus on my dashboard, you know and this brand I'm talking about, for the US audience, I think it was $7.50. Yeah, so just divide $7.50 by $8,000 plus. That means they got me quite a number of leads, just that they were fake leads. Second, it was paid adverts that I used. And Google adverts is somewhat cheap, so I didn't have to spend a lot. So for instance, for the 2,800 that I earned, I spent just about maybe $200 to earn that in total. So, and this $2,800 was for 3 months. The first month was $600. The second month was $800, and then I think the last month was $1,400 before they ended their promotion on the platform. Um, yeah, my advice is that for people that are just joining, or for everyone that has joined, just take the platform, just take the course serious. The course is your best teacher. Also, Validon is very, very nice. That's the word I would use, because the support system on this group is so much. Always answering questions, telling us, giving us, even organizing this kind of program also. It's not just for people that are joining, but for people that have also joined before. So the support system is strong. So just take as much as you want to. And lastly is that put in all your efforts, but um don't just take it as just the only thing that you are doing, especially when you are just starting. But put in all your effort, listen to the course, and then I'm sure that you would definitely be successful in it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Valudon, once again.
Wow, that was massive, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Shenwakunyo, for that massive contribution. We celebrate you, and thank you so much for also bending your schedule to be here. All right, we know that you have a lot of things to do, but you still made it here. Thank you so much, sir. Please, we can allow you take some time off and just go focus on other things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice time. So let's quickly come on board with an amazing lady, Sylvia. So Sylvia is going to come on board right now, and she's going to also share her journey, and would also take Mr. Ayomide. Mr. Ayomide is just going to share some words of encouragement, and we will call it a night. We've done so well for 3 days. I wish I could do this physically. Some people have been asking me, Value done, please do something physical with Earnperlead, like state to state. I'm looking at it, I'm like, who has that energy? I don't have that kind of energy. I don't really like offline stuff. I can't afford to stress myself. But I'll just tell you, you see, we have exposed you to a lot of information this year already. And if you attend this kind of conference or you listen to the recording and it doesn't change your life and you don't tap into it, I don't know what to call you. I just feel like you wasted a lifetime opportunity that could have just changed your life. When people say that they don't have money, I look at them because I know that already I have a system that a lot of people do not know, and it's making me money back to back. Right? When you look at your impact account and you're expecting funds, you understand what this means. You understand what blessing this is. If you received money in January, February, March, right now, money for April and May is already in the box, just for April and May to come, and then we collect it. That's what it is. So if you do it yourself, now you sabi. But if you implement, now you also sabi. So welcome, Sylvia. Yeah. Let me know if you can hear me, and then you can get on the microphone. Sylvia, good evening.
I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening. Nice to have you here.
Good evening. Good evening,
How are you
everyone.
doing?
I'm fine.
All right.
Mm,
Over to you.
thank you, Value John, for this opportunity.
You're
First
welcome,
things
ma'am.
first, I have to thank you very much because you and I know what you have done for me. So I have to thank you first. So
Thank
how
God.
did how did I find the Earnperlead model and who did I learn it from? And so one day I was scrolling through TikTok. And me, I'm looking for ways to make money online, to be honest. And I was scrolling through TikTok, and what was raining that time was other business model like affiliate marketing, copywriting, and everything like that. And I wasn't really interested in those ones. And I came across what Value Don was talking about, which is called pay per lead marketing. And I came across one of his videos like this, where he showed us like a withdrawal from his wife's account from this impact. That was about 2,080 something dollars from impact. He was in his car when he made that video. And I was very, 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 very curious to know. So I decided to take his number from his comment section. He wasn't even replying people at all, Seth, because I think he's a very busy person. He wasn't replying people at all. So I just went down to his comment section and I was like, I must reach this man one way or the other. I want to really know about this. Like, I must know about this business model. So I reached out to him and we talked for a while. To be honest, here, Value done this something very good for me that I will forever be grateful for in my life and I will never forget, which is out of pity and out of my condition, he did something for me, which was helping me and putting me through this course for free. And I would forever be grateful to him for that. And I believed him 100% when I saw the alert and everything. And because of my age that time, he was actually very, very quick. I was 16 when I came across this course actually. So he was actually willing to help me. So I started it, and to be honest, I made money from it. This impact. I My first few days I was able to pull out over $300. But what happened was that I think the leads were generated by me. I created several emails, and these brands knew that I was not really like genuine with them, so they took the money. Do you get? But I made money from it the first time, and other times that was the very first time I started within a few days, and I knew very much it was not a scam. So, what were my struggles and how did I resolve it? So, my struggles was like getting rejected by brands. I got rejection from brands a lot, yes, because of I did not have a lot of things in place. So, instead of giving up that easily, I was like, you know what? This is not the only course so that Value Don taught us. So, we have another course that is here somewhere. Why don't I try it and implement it? And that was when I started making the real money from it. I'm not going to over exaggerate it, but when I tell you I started making real money from it, I started making real money from it. And this was like FXPPL course. I made a lot of money from this course just by getting people to do the bare minimum things. This one they were not referring, no, what people would enjoy doing on a daily basis. I made money from it, and I was so happy. I made what I've never made. Like, I was, as a 16-year-old, the money I made from that was crazy, to be honest. And eventually I continued, and I was making a lot of money from it. And even till now, I still make money from that FXPPL course you taught us. And where do I think the Earnperlead will get in the digital space? To be honest, it's already evolving, and a lot of brands are coming in this impact marketplace, and a lot of brands want to come in. So trust me, in the next few years, it will be a brand that will make multi-millionaires, as long as you implement everything you are being taught from beginning to the end. There is no way you would not make money from it, market from it. As long as you implement and you are being consistent, don't leave out anything. The littlest thing, never you leave it out. Implement, always be consistent. There is no way you will never make money from it. And what are the traffic source I tested? Though I mostly dealt with organic. And organic traffic source brought me a lot, to be honest. Like, mostly organic. It worked for me so much because I had the time. Even if I had the money, most times I run ads. It gets flagged easily because it thinks it's a scam. They think it's a scam or something. So I focused on organic, and organic sources like sharing on WhatsApp status, asking a friend to tell a friend, that kind of thing. Joining group chats just to like tell people about it helped me a lot. Like, organic traffic helped me a lot. And how did I overcome brand rejection? I was like, okay, oh, since this one is not working for me, why don't I re-strategize? Why don't I look for what is wrong with my media properties on impact and reapply again? It kept me going actually. The rejection for me wasn't really heartbreaking to me because I when I say it's part of the growth, you have to you have to face rejection sometimes. So like sometimes I felt down, but I was like, no, I have to really do this. I have to keep on pushing. I must get it because everybody are doing it and they're making money off it. So why is my own different? So it encouraged me to keep on pushing. I kept on pushing, pushing, pushing. And I knew that at the back of my mind that giving up was never an option. And the more I pushed, the more I learned new things, the more I got the experience. So it helped me a lot, to be honest. And the most converting of my traffic stocks and tested and approved was actually organic. Organic traffic worked for me so bad. Organic traffic in the sense of getting people to do things for me, asking people to refer me to people, using group chats, joining group chats, um, LinkedIn, a lot of things actually. It helps me a lot, like a lot. And I think this is like the best business model for anyone to venture into, as long as you implement everything you are being taught from start to finish. Trust me, the probability of achieving or making it big in this business model is 100%, as long as you are consistent and you implement. Because if Value Done himself has implemented it severally and has made money from it, making money from it, and other people too in our community are making money from it on daily basis. You are seeing testimonials. There's no way your own can be different except you don't implement. So if you're looking for a way to make money in 2024 and you want to make money the legitimate way and a smart way, this is just like the best business model for you. I encourage everybody I come across and anybody I know that are looking for a way to make money online. This business model is like literally the best for you. And for my newbies that just joining, it is a journey. Calm down, learn, implement, ask questions. Anytime you're confused, ask questions. Hold the course tight. The course is your best friend. Go back to, yeah, before you even ask a question, say Validon must have answered the question. That's one thing I love about him. Before you think about something, he must have addressed it. Before you even open your mouth to ask anything, he must have addressed it. And just like, how does this man know something like this will happen? As if he knows, because he's a very, very good teacher. He doesn't even wait for you to ask question before he answers. As long as he figures there's a loophole somewhere, he would answer you. Like before you can even ask, he will make sure that he carries everyone along. If he discovers something that worked for him, he will surely put you people on. Like he doesn't gatekeep or hide anything from us. So he is somebody that you can look up to as a teacher and a mentor in this business model. You can always turn to him if you need um help with anything. You can ask him questions, he will answer. Even before you ask him questions, that question you want to ask, because he's a good teacher, he will have figured out, oh, this might be a problem for my students, and he will have solved the problem for them even before asking. Kudos to Value Done once more for creating this course, because he's not only a good teacher, but a great mentor, and a very, I don't even know the word to use to express how I feel towards him as a great teacher. But God bless you, Value Done, and thank you once more for creating the course. And always implement the course. For the newbies, always implement the course, and trust me, you're going to succeed 100% in this business model. Thank you very much, Value Done.
All right, that's Sylvia. Sylvia, thank you so much for what you have shared. And your journey is a very beautiful one. And then I celebrate it. Well done. Thank you so much. All right. So without wasting time, because today is Monday and I know that we can't stay here for too long, I'm going to bring on board Mr. Ayo to just give us some words of encouragement, because this is somebody that has brought people in to succeed with the Earnperlead model. So he's not small in the game. He knows what it is, and you understand, he has been able to help a lot of people come on board. So, Mr. Ayomide Shaki, welcome, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Let me increase your microphone. All right, so I've increased it.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, so the very first thing I want to say is
Your voice
I want
is
to
a bit
appreciate
low.
you.
Can you make it louder?
Okay.
Your voice is a bit low, sir.
Oh,
Yeah, it's better now. Go ahead, sir. Hello. Hello, sir.
hello. Good
I think
evening.
he has.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you,
Can you hear
sir.
me
Go
now?
ahead, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Val.
Sir, welcome, sir.
All right. So it's my pleasure to be a part of the conference tonight. I hope you can all hear me. Oh, oh. Okay, great. So is it clear now?
Yeah, it's better now, sir. Go ahead, sir. It's better.
All right. So, so All right. So the very first thing is I want to appreciate you, Valudon, for the creation of this training, because if I don't appreciate you, I would be so ungrateful before I start saying anything tonight. So I must appreciate you a lot for that which you did. In a way, I won't deceive you. It helped me a lot. Even before I started, promoting this training to go out there, I ensured that I went through it, I learned from it, and you know to the glory of God, I was also able to make some dollars from it. So, the very first thing I would love to talk about is how I got to find about this Earnperlead model. Actually, last 2 years, when I spoke with Valudon about how I really wanted to make money for myself in dollars, and at that time, I think Valudon told me about a course he created then. It was about domain flipping course. I don't know if Valudon can still remember. Can you still remember,
Yeah,
sir?
yes, I do.
Great, great. So he told me about this training at that time, and then I was like, it will be kind of difficult or something like that. And it was like he's working that he would put me through. And so when he told me about it, I decided to just opt out. I went ahead to do. my business that I was doing previously. So then later on, this I think early last year, I met him again. I said, ah, Faludon, how far about that training? Then he now told me about N per lead. So he told me that this one I will make money per lead. I was like, ah, pay per lead, how come? Meanwhile, I have heard about it previously, but the person who I saw or that was teaching people, the person was not straightforward. He was kind of, hiding some things. So, but me, I have known Valodon for a while, and I know he's the guy that he will dish it out to you. So far, you are
That's your
willing to learn. He will dish it out to you. You just your own is just plug into it, and just you know and implement. So he told me about it, and I didn't even hesitate. I paid for the training because I even love to pay for training course. So far, I shall know I will make money from it. So I paid money for it, and I got access to it. Although I didn't start implementing immediately because I had some other um, business I was doing at that moment. But the moment I started implementing, um, I didn't. In fact, when I started implementing the training, I didn't even message Valudon because I knew myself after that time that I needed to play my part first, not just going online and asking questions that I know has been answered in the training. And that was one mistake I never made. I never went to the Telegram group or support group and be saying, please, how can I create my impact account? Please, how can I do this? How can I do? I didn't do all sort of things like that. For like 1 month, I was studying the training because I knew that it was not a business model that will make me money immediately. I knew it would take time. I knew I needed to put in my efforts. So that was why I didn't ask him any question. So it was now the time that I was now trying to send applications to some brands, and I think it was Cam- was it Kavana or Insurify. So that was when that was when I started so when I started applying to some brands, I messaged Valudon that Insurify accepted me. In fact, it was the day that I applied to Insurify that I got accepted. Funny enough, that same day I applied to like 14 brands, and out of all the 14, it was only one. So that was when I now did that calculation within myself that if I wanted one brand to accept me, I just needed to apply to like maybe 20 or 14 or 15 in a day. Then at least one brand shall accept me. So I did that, and I decided to test run Insurify. Then what did I do? In fact, what I did was very, very funny. I went through the training and I saw a lot of people using Facebook, using LinkedIn, using Instagram, and it was working. I also did it, but I personally decided to try out Twitter. Then I watched the training that Valodon did. See, for those listening to me, I can say it again and again. You will be wrong if you refuse to watch the trainings in those courses and you are expecting miracle to happen. I repeat, you will be wrong if you fail at your side to watch the trainings and you are expecting miracle to happen. You know, I went ahead to watch how Balodon shared with us on how to use Twitter to promote brands, and I decided to test it. Funny enough, the day I tested it, it was like I did it throughout that day. And what did I do? I discovered that people in the US they were always asking questions about how to get car insurance. Some people were complaining about car insurance, how expensive it was, and what they needed to do. If they were even asking questions that, do you know any insurance that is cheaper? I was like, ah, God don't catch these people. So what I did was that I silently went to those comments. Then I kind of wrote out a response. Like I didn't just go there to put my link. No, I ensured that I put out a valuable comment first. Then I now attached my comment, my link, my Insurify link below it. Then all of a sudden, the second day, I decided to just say, let me just check my dashboard now. Omo, I saw my first $10. You won't understand how I was rolling that day. I was like, so this thing is possible. So that day, it made me believe that all these things that other people are talking about, then because I did the work, I now believe that it can also happen to me, and it does happen. So that now gave me confidence that I just needed to do more of this, put in more effort. I even shared the screenshots with Valudon, but the thing was just that I was not this guy that was really really consistent to coming up out there like that. But I showed Valudon about it. And another thing that happened was that before I got before I got this my first $10 as at that time, the first account I opened, it was blocked. And why was it blocked? That was the time that we were told to change our address from US, from Nigerian address to US address. I was changing number, changing all sort of things. They just blocked it. And before that time they blocked it, me, I had already prepared another account down. Because I had this mindset that in everything I do, there must be plan B, plan C, plan D safe, so that even if they block one, we keep coughing and down. We know they give up. I had that mindset because I used to run ads and I know what it means when they ban on any of your accounts. And instead of crying, I already know that I needed to have a backup. So the moment they just banned that one, I just switched to the second one. I didn't even waste time. So that was the second account that I actually received my first $10. Guess what, guys? When it was now time for me to withdraw my money, another beautiful scenario came up again. That was when they sent another email. They said I was changing the location. I was like, after I've gotten $10, you guys are still saying I'm changing location again. Although they paid me the money that I made for that time, and they still blocked the account. Meanwhile, before that time, I already had the third account. So now, presently, I'm using the third account to promote the brands that I have been working with. So this is just me saying that um, because one account was blocked or because the second account was blocked, that was never an excuse for me to give up with the training. And somebody would ask, okay, what were your thoughts before starting? I didn't even doubt because I've known Valudon for a while. We've worked actually together before. So I didn't even doubt if it was a scam or not. So I didn't see it as any form of scam. I knew it was a business model that was working. And Valudon will never, never, never put out something that is not genuine. So that was it. I had that trust in him. And the struggles I really had were not really much because I was this guy that anytime people are talking inside the group, all I just do is I go there to go and see what questions they're asking and what responses those people were getting. So I silently go back, implement it, and I'll get results. So I didn't really have issues like that coming to group, asking questions. I didn't do all of those. My own is even if I didn't see what went in the group throughout the day. It can be in the night when everybody's sleeping. I'll just be going through it one after the other. Okay, this one was asking, this brand was this and that and that. I will just silently go back, then implement the response that somebody gave to that particular question. So if you ask me, where do you think Earnperlead will get to in Africa digital space? To me, it is definitely going to go wide if only guys, if only people can tap into this. Presently now, it seems as though people are not aware of this business model. But I so much believe that if only people can plug in and do all it takes, put in effort and implement ruthlessly. The reason why some people will say, I started it and I'm not getting results is because they have options. If you don't have options, you will know that it's not something you just start and you start getting results instantly. A lot of people are having so many options, and that is why they give up so soon. So, for you to be among those who would benefit a lot in this help and lead in this digital space, then it means you have to stick to it. Even if somebody is telling you that it will not work for you, you will prove the person wrong by staying and sticking to it. So I so much believe that it will help a lot. It will bring people who are from poor background, it will bring them to to a wealthy background that they have never imagined in their life. That's to me. And if you ask how did I get approval by brands, I already knew that for me to get approval, I needed to apply to more brands. So that was one thing I did. And I was not after applying to thousands of brands. So far, I have seen a brand that I know will pay me. All I needed to do was just to take that one brand, start promoting it like someone that is crazy, so that I can get crazy money from it. So that was my own part of view. And also the traffic sources that actually tested. I tested Facebook, it worked. I tested Instagram, it worked. I mean, I got a foreign account. I have to pay for a foreign Instagram account. I didn't use Nigerian account because I actually opened a Nigerian Instagram account, but I was unable to chat with some guys. So I had to meet someone. Then I purchased Instagram foreign account. Then I was able to use that to message these guys. And meanwhile, Twitter still worked for me because I was able to, make comments, respond to some comments that I saw. Why when I saw questions about guys asking questions about car insurance, they wanted cheap car insurance and all sort of things. It was working, so I used it and it worked a lot for me. So if you ask which one was converting more for me, to me it was Twitter. Twitter actually converted a lot for me, so that was why I stick to it. So my advice for people regards joining the Earnperlead community is you will never be wrong if you are hearing this information right now and you take action. Because the reason is because in life, time is everything. If you are hearing about this opportunity right now and you are still thinking that there is hope that you can do it maybe next week or next week, we never can tell what is going to become of you tomorrow or that next 2 weeks. So now that you are hearing about it, I won't deceive you. Now is the best time you need to wake up and do something because you don't know what is going to become of you later on. And you don't know if you are going to find yourself in a situation whereby your family are hoping that you will stand in gap and bring them out of that poverty or bring them out of that financial struggle. So if you do not take that step right now, if you do not take that responsibility right now, it will be if care is not taken, that responsibility will shift from you, and another person may go and take that responsibility. So you listening right now, I mean you who is still thinking if this is something you should jump on, I would advise you to tap on this right now and wake up because the reason why I'm saying this is because at the end of the day, by the time you make that money, it is you first take care of first. When my money landed inside GeekPay, I had to check it like 3 times. Is this for real? I was like, is this for real? So, I believed it. So if you make that first that first dollars of yourself, it is you first ensure that you enjoy it first before you cannot say okay take this take that then before you can start sharing to anybody. So um this is me just trying to encourage anyone who is still thinking if to join this community or not. It would be of help to you and it would be of great advantage for you. So just wake up and do something. And I can assure you, you will never regret it because in future to come, Enter Lead will be that business model that will make a whole lot of people a lot of dollars. Thank you very much, Baludon, for bringing this
Wow, that was
conversation.
massive. That was massive. Thank you so much, Mr. Oluwashaki. You've done so well tonight. So, without wasting time, I just want to pass a general message of appreciation to all of our speakers from yesterday, from day one, day two, and day three. Today is Monday. This is Monday night. A lot of people have got work to do tonight and tomorrow. So, we need to actually save time. So, this group will be opened once in a while for questions. But let me tell you, you cannot get my full attention. That's what I want to tell you. You cannot get my full attention unless you are in the main university where we have 3,000 students, 3,040 something students, right? So if you want to be part of that, I'm going to post the link once again right here in the group. And so you can take advantage of that. So that'll be all for now. The recording of yesterday has not been sent. So that of yesterday and today will be sent. And so you can get access to this information. Like I said yesterday, you can either go and try these things out yourself, or you can learn from those that have done it before. If I have been able to teach 3,000 students, there's nobody in the African market that has been able to teach over 3,000 students this particular business model, right? So that's to tell you that we've done a great job since January last year up to date. So thank you so much, guys. The recording will be made available and you can go from there. From tomorrow, I want to spend time with our students, those that are already in the main group, right? If you want to be part of them, use the link I just sent in. Have a nice time and God bless you. We've come to the end of the conference and we hope to do more of this. Bye for now. How has this conference helped you? Please, you can send me a DM telling us how it has helped you from day one, day two, day three. Share your testimonies. That's the least you can do to appreciate somebody who hosted conference of 3 days. without collecting a dime from you. Have a nice time, guys, and God bless you.